my energy. That's how we make you up. I was squeezing on my
Are you happy? Are you happy? Let's go! Yeah, good morning, Kenny.
You in it? You in it now?
I need another espresso.
Nah, I should start now. I should start now, fella.
We're done.
Are we all good?
Let me make sure my shit shows.
You happiness? You got everything you want? I don't have to stand up again?
Settled. Thumbs up from them both.
Can you hear me, Posty?
There's only 3 cameras.
Now there is.
Every
Every week we got something new in this place.
Feels weird to be looking at you from this angle. It feels very weird to be looking at
He
you.
looks funny from this angle, doesn't he?
Yeah, yes, there's not your good side.
Ooh!
I'm sexy from all directions.
But with that being said,
One direction.
to everyone that's new at home, welcome to Coins and Chuckles. We are the Coins. That is the main chuckle, the name of all the chuckles. The king, the man, the Himothy. He'll introduce himself later though.
I've been woken up.
Yeah.
He'll get there. But for everyone
Chuckles
at home,
Nate.
100%.
Ayo.
But for everyone at home who does not know what the show is about, I will allow the other esteemed gentlemen to introduce who we are, what we do, and what is the Coins and the Chuckles.
There's a new guy here, I have to, like, you know?
Get fancy.
You know what I'm saying? Right. For those of you who don't know what Coins and Chuckles is about, we talk about all things. Do I mention fintech or not?
Yes.
Okay, all things fintech, all things Web3, all things AI, all things NFT, all things crypto, all things blockchain, all things.
One more. You forgot it.
I keep forgetting one thing. It's always one thing.
Metaverse.
Metaverse. Oh my gosh! And also all things augmented reality. Yeah, that's like a new one.
100%.
Yes. For those who don't know, that is what we're here for. If you are here for that, stay.
If you're not here for that, stay. If you're here for the laughter, stay.
Stay for him.
He's gonna bring it.
He gonna bring it.
I hope he brings it. But without further ado, welcome back!
Although
We don't need
sound
that.
days can do that itself.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Coins and the Chuckles, your favorite podcast for all things Web3, NFTs, Metaverse, but he must explain the rest since I said the one. Welcome back, guys. Everyone that is new at home, thank you for joining us on this journey. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for riding with us. I know I said, I think it was episode 4, riding with us like Fast and the Furious. But we're not doing that today. We are no Pauls, we are no Brians, we all stay together. These guys do not respect. Keep going. These guys do not respect.
Keep going. No.
Okay, we are no Brians in here. We're all about family. We all Torettos.
Alright, cool.
He's wild in these two.
Yeah, I'm on it.
He's on some
I'm on fast 11. I'm already producing.
Sure.
Whoa, 100%. But without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you if you've been here from episode 1. We truly appreciate it. As you can see, like episode 6, we got some new things thanks to our sugar dailies.
Sugar fathers.
We are out here, we are proudly, because you can see we didn't rep it in episode 5.
Yes.
We are proudly powered by, backed by, and driven by the Libex NFT marketplace. Ka-chow! We are here, we're happy, our bellies are full, our guests fed us.
Hell yeah.
With that being said, if you are new, if you don't know what the Coins and the Chuckles are, we are the Coins, that is the Chuckles, the main core name, the Unagas Koning of the Chuckles. He learned Damas. He's in the Afrikaans community now. He's a part, he's embedded. But with that being said, my friend over here, it's weird to be sitting next to you for once.
Yeah.
But who are we? Who are the Coins? What is the Chuckles?
We are Coins and Chuckles, yes. And if you don't know what we do, we know.
Baby.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. If you don't know what we do, I'm gonna tell you. We speak about all things Web3, all things NFT, blockchain, Metaverse.
Hey,
I got that AI, augmented reality.
My guy's splitting.
Flipping. I don't know. I'm not missing another one.
NFTs.
I did say
You said NFTs.
I said
You said fintech.
fintech.
I say
Fintech.
fintech may know, fintech may go.
Hey, my hair is loose for you.
It's coming in my ear.
Yes, but that's what we speak about, and in between we have a couple of jokes here and there. But that's why we have him because
Yeah, that's
he
why
doesn't
we
speak
keep him
about
around.
anything serious.
Yeah.
Anything.
What's the guy from Apple's name again? Ted who?
Ted who?
Yeah.
Timothy.
Timothy. Timothy.
Shit.
He hates
Timothy is
that guy.
Timothy.
I like how Chaz and I are just chilling here looking at you guys like we're the two guests. Like, yeah.
Kenny always treats himself.
Kenny is
as a
always
guest.
a guest on Coins and Chuckles.
Yeah.
That's why Chuckles falls after Coins in the name.
Damn. Subliminal shit.
You know on the radio when they have the comedy minute, he is the
Yeah,
comedy.
he's the comedy relief. But with that being said, we have a guest. A very esteemed guest.
Who the
Timothy, if you would put it as such. Who are you, my good sir? Why are you here today? I won't say it like him. I know why you're here.
I was about to say, what you say?
I know why you're
I don't know
here.
what the fuck I'm doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very esteemed guest. I'll allow him to introduce himself. We know him from behind the scenes. He fed us, like I said. He got our bellies full. We introduced him to Popeye's Mash. That's not a sponsor. We just love their mash. And with that being said, run it.
No, bro, you put me onto that match. I won't lie.
100%.
I think I might just grab it on the way home. But yeah, my name is Chaz. I'm a tech consultant for the most part. I've got about a decade in content marketing experience. Now
That's
just
about
kind
as
of
old as you can.
Facts.
Bro, this guy's putting his whole CV up here.
Yeah. But for the past 3 years, I've kind of transitioned into the Web3 space, being more biz development and more product development as well. But I'm still kind of dabbling in marketing and doing my thing there. But yeah, for the most part, I just love Web3, bro.
Niggas be working out here.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
Some people that gotta earn that
High
bag.
school only, man, bro.
You only got to high school CV.
I'm matriculated.
matriculated.
Hey yo, I'm grade 10. I can't find the rest.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, welcome, Chaz.
Chaz with this.
Nice. Just Chaz.
Is it short for something?
Nah, it's just Chaz, bro. It's just Chaz.
It's something Chazuel or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, people will
Chazwell.
Yeah, Chazuel. Like Emmanuel, like Chazuel.
Emmanuel Chazwell.
Yeah.
Hey, that's nice.
Just mentioned
I'll check
Chaz
it.
Wall.
Chaz Wall.
Like Summer Wall.
The wall of Chaz.
I digress though. Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
welcome. We
Welcome
are
to the Coins and the Chuckles.
very happy to have you.
Extremely excited to have you.
We got some snacks,
Please
but
sponsor.
apparently we can't chew on them.
I bet just put one chip in your mouth and chew into your mouth. Just piss off Megan.
Hey yo! He's scared.
I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to piss off Megan. Sorry.
But yeah, man, I think we chatted a bit off camera about this, right? And we spoke about how technology has advanced, right? Because we know what Web3 is. We've explained to the fans at home what Web3 is. We're on episode 7 now. God damn it, we're so close. That reminds me, for the people at home, now they know who Chaz is. They don't know who you are. Who you are.
I was about to say, bro, who is I to the cameras, to the viewers, you know what I'm saying? Introduce no man.
What special English you got today?
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going back to the Frenchiest, right? I'm Kenny.
Ooh,
Kenny Kenny.
he's moving. He's the OG today.
Pleasure to be back. Pleasure to be back.
Thank you.
Friday morning. So
He got a haircut, so that's why he's back to the Frenchiest
you
Friday.
know the vibes. You know the
He's
vibes,
fresh.
You know the vibes.
I don't know
By the
where he's
way-
going.
For last week, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the viewers, you guys won't realize it because obviously we stock up and we're professional with it. We're up in this space.
Yeah, we-
stockpile content.
Yeah,
So you guys will just have seen episode 5 and 6, but we took a break between episode 6, which was last week, and now. Because it was the Frenchy Fries birthday. He's a born free. He's
It
a
was literally a
2000.
holiday. They made it seem like it was a favor for me, boss. I was legally not allowed to work anyway.
It was a favor for you.
It was a favor.
My
You know
The
we
government.
work.
My goodness.
You know we work.
Fight God.
We run it.
The two of you.
This man has the CV. We need to earn the CV.
Fair point.
So,
Oh, 10 years, my bro.
Yeah,
stop. Not your next question.
Please. It's fine.
Don't be so disrespectful.
Just once.
No, Kenny, no.
Okay, do it.
How old is you, bro? 10 years.
Chaz is 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And Chad.
How old are you?
According to you were born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, bro. What? Smooth as a
No.
If we're in the 80s, this guy is in the 70s.
No.
You're really old.
You're disrespectful, man. You're IT disrespectful.
Dude. Hey. Oh man, I digress.
You even gave the camera.
I digress.
But you're the Frenchy Fry. You are.
I am just Chad. I'm not just Chaz.
So
But
now-
just Chad.
Now that I'm sitting next to you, I can do this. No ponchos, no baby names, no kukerichis. No!
I sympathize with you, Chad.
Yeah, you can have a rough day now. I'm next to you. I'm not there anymore.
Bro, this guy stroked my curl.
That was smooth.
I gave you a Jerry curl. Turn that shit from an S to a Jerry.
That was smooth.
Just Chad.
Violated.
You're a just Chad.
Straight up.
Just.
I'm
Nothing
just
but-
Chad. No punchununus, cucarachas, none of those things, you know. I'm not Chaz either because he seems to be really old and he seems to be like really pushing the 10 years.
I'm
I
so
mean,
sorry, bro.
Yes.
I invited you out of the
So this guy was born.
Dude, I'm just getting bullied for like.
So you were like born with 5 years experience alone, my guy. Anyway, but I respect you. You know what I'm saying? You've been all over the world, you know, but you chose to come home.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Which
Home is where the heart
I
is.
want to get into that actually. I want
Alright.
to speak about the journey. But
Actually, before we actually continue, who's this guy? Who's you? Please?
I'm the main runner. I'm the one that gets you here.
Yeah.
Phone you at 9 o'clock. You message me at 1 minute to 9. It's not happening.
African time, boss. African time. If you're
But
still late.
with that being said, I go by many aliases in this space we inhabit.
This guy's inhabiting space.
But according to the op, the people who gave me my ID,
According to the op.
I am Mikhail.
So is the op your mom because she gave you the name, dog?
Sometimes.
Hey.
But we love her.
Auntie J.
Got you. Sorry. But you know the op, it's the government. Hey, taxes, man. But besides that, yeah, you look at you.
I need to get text.
But with that being said,
Your SARS watches this.
100%.
Such as bro.
According to the government, according to my ID, my birth certificate, my name is Mikhail. That's what they know me as. That's my government. These ones they call me Mix, Mickey, Thiago Silva, and then the most important one.
Drum roll, please.
Faisal is literally doing
Thank you. And we are 3 episodes away. I'm gonna have to make that thing real
Bro, you
soon.
gotta do that Vikal NFT, bro.
Very soon. Very
PSP
soon. We
collection
promised them.
next.
Also, I know I said episode 10, right? But if you guys want to see Megan and Faisal on the camera before episode 10, because Megan's been out here threatening me, you can't aim a camera at me, you said episode 10, you can't lie to the fans. Barry Allen over there needs to be seen on camera right now. So if you guys want it to be seen, if you want the face, the main Scarface, the Pablo of the Esque of the Himothy himself, Kabar, Faisal, the man who dresses so fly, he don't need to go to mosque on a Friday.
Oh! Bars.
The mosque comes to him.
Bars.
That is how fly he dresses. If you want to see those behind the scenes people, that side,
Bars.
please comment down below, let us know, because we want you guys to see. It mustn't just look like when we look that way, we're just talking off camera. No, you need to see their faces, see why we get so
Actually-
involved with them.
I just got an idea. Comment Megla face
100%.
at the bottom.
100%.
Megla face.
Let Megan
And
know you
you
wanna
see
see
them.
her.
Both of them.
I want to
Together.
start our OnlyFans, but whoa, what? It's running.
But also, I know we're 7 episodes deep, but isn't Thiago Silva a footballer's name?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
I used to have that haircut.
I just wanted to what?
I used to have that haircut.
What? Can I see after this?
I'll show you off camera, yeah.
Okay.
Just Chaz, we limited on time.
Okay.
No special guest, you know, come this man's day, the whole day, since you come here at 10. But yeah.
By the way, I think we should then get into it. Chaz, how
Tell
are
us a
you?
bit about your backstory, bro. Don't even how you. We met you off camera.
People gotta know how he is, bro.
He's good. You got a CV.
Yo, fact, mind, this guy was here like he was applying for a job, man, bro.
Yeah,
it was
he's
like
good,
10
he's
years and what you guys are doing. I can take you off.
But
So
it's
by the
good.
way,
I want to jump because we have a limited time actually. I want to jump straight into Chaz's story, where he's been, how he got into this journey, and also your company, bro. Plug that because you've been doing some big things with that company, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I've had an entrepreneurial spirit pretty much since high school, right? So coming out of high school, I was incredibly passionate about two things, tech and content. Those are the two things I was very passionate about. I didn't think I'd ever get into tech full time. It was just something that I was very passionate about, right? After traveling the world, like obviously being in England, I lived in England for a bit, I lived in LA for a bit. Before I moved back here, obviously absorbing and soaking in all of their advancements that side, right? And when I came back here, there was just so much opportunity, right? Because obviously when you go to England, you know, efficiency is just a big thing. And then when you go to America, advancements and tech is just a really big thing, right? So automatically coming back here, there was just so much room for opportunity because I started realizing like, so I was obviously living in LA when Uber was just starting to become a thing. At that time, there was like 8 competitors. So it wasn't just Uber, it was Lyft, it was like eToro, there was all these other different, you know, things. So even coming back here, I think there was only Uber had just started for like 2-3 weeks, you know, after I arrived back here, right? So automatically I knew, okay, cool, there was opportunity for more, right? So yeah, I think that's when I started getting really, you know, serious about entrepreneurship and tech. And
Like starting to notice the gaps, right?
Yeah, starting to realize those gaps and just seeing how I can take them. And in 2016, that's when I met him and I were in the same class from 2015. But in 2016, him and I really started getting into everything while we're at university. And him and I basically started like an app, a streaming app for like artists. So him and I were basically exploring all these different ways and how like we can get artists in South Africa, whether they musicians, artists, filmmakers, whatever it is, actually like monetize their work. So we came up with this platform and we were exploring some really interesting things at the time, including tokens, right? This is before obviously NFTs were a thing. So we were kind of like experimenting how like artists can basically get tokens from fans and then they can come to us at the end of every month and basically cash it in for money, right? So yeah, there was that, and that kind of really kicked off my entrepreneurial journey in tech. That's when I was like, I bet this is going to be me now, right? But I was still doing an acting degree, I was still doing filmmaking, I was still doing all of that while building those apps with him, right? So yeah, after I finished in university, we still carried on with the collective. We even founded another company called Imfundi. That was us, and it was me and like 6 other different co-founders. That was more like tech education and more, So we did a lot of in-person experiences. So in the first year of business, we did incredibly well. We reached over 7 figures in our first year of business, and then when COVID came, it kind of just flattened us, right? Because we were selling in-person experiences, and that was our main, you know, way of making money, right?
You know what 7 figures is?
China, you will pay! I think I bleeped that out.
And then, after COVID kind of flattened us, I kind of just separated from the other business partners. And then I was like Web3 and blockchain, that's when like really I started diving way deep into it. A lot deeper than I was before. And then I founded Maduna Labs, right? Now Maduna Labs at the time, bro, like I was building my own NFT marketplace. I was kind of exploring the idea of building my own blockchain and all these different other things, right? More so creating a platform for people, not necessarily wanting to create my own products on top of my own blockchain, but I wanted to create a platform for anybody to come through, build their apps on a decentralized platform and decentralized blockchain, right? And then I met Libex and I was like, you know what, bro, let me just
run with it.
Yeah, like let me actually just run with it, right? But yeah, man, like that's a bit of my backstory. That's a bit about like where I come from. In between all of that, content marketing has been my bread and butter.
Oh, right,
But tech is what I'm really trying to like plant my feet in for the next 10-15 years.
Yeah. So that's actually it's crazy to say that because you say you're deeply entrenched into tech, right? And if you think about it, it's such a crazy spot to be in because of the way the world's advancing. Obviously, we know Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, but I'll just bring the viewers up to scratch about the conversation we're having off screen about Apple, right? About our shared experiences that we both have running back to iPhone 3 and iPod Touch. Yes, we're old.
Yo!
Kenny, bro.
What?
These jerseys don't know.
Bro,
shit.
I'm a 2000
You're
nothing.
struggling.
I'm a 2000, don't know how rough we are. I mean, we
How
went
much?
to, I'm a 2000, that's what you are.
I know me.
You are, you are not,
You were born in 97, right?
Nah, you're 99, surely.
Bro, I was there when Mandela was, you know,
Was what?
Kenneth,
ordering McDonald's.
you're how old? Kenneth, you're how old? We'll beep it out, you're how old?
I'm old.
You're what, 23, 24?
24.
You're not up. You're not up. You're 23, 24.
We'll agree to disagree on this.
You're 20, I'll phone your mother.
You count as a Gen Z.
24. Thank you. So you are 99. You're basically I'm a 2000.
By default, I didn't ask to be born there. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
So let's say we're old.
100%.
Not that old.
The 97 year Gen Z.
Oh,
But-
hell, bro.
But
This guy for 3, bro.
Bro, iPhone 3s.
it was the
Where
one.
were you when tech started?
Nah.
It was a thought.
You were?
We looked at that iPhone 3 like a 14 Pro Max.
Yeah,
G.
yeah. So let me put it this way, right?
Yeah,
Because
that
I
was the
will
shit.
explain to you and the viewers at home. We were talking about how we can remember before that like type of tech came out, right? We the generation that went from you're playing outside and having fun to what is all this new tech.
Me too.
You weren't outside.
I was playing with bricks in progress cars. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably out of choice.
That's out of choice.
Yeah, because you weren't happy with the cars you had.
100%. You were like, Mama, I don't
I
like this
hate the brick.
Lamborghini. It's not a good Lamborghini, Mom.
I want a brick guinea.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
100%. You calm yourself before you bring out your files.
Bro.
But yeah, like we were outside, we were playing, we were, you know, and then it went from that to cool Dragon Ball Z one coming at 5 o'clock. Then it went from that to, hey, what is this thing you have in your hand? How you're playing this game on the phone where the snake's trying to eat itself? And then from that it went to Bounce, which you are way too young to even know about.
My bro, I knew the cheat code 7878780. I mean hash 0 hash.
What is
Yeah.
Bounce?
Bounce is that game on the people. He knows the code as well.
Yeah.
It's not about him, bro.
I'm on the
It's
yes,
And then the ball
Yeah.
used to like flick.
Yeah,
and
and it doesn't
run
die.
forever.
But yeah, then, you know, we went to Bounce and stuff like that, and then we went to your PS1s and your Nintendos and your Xbox and stuff like that. And now look at where we are. I mean, we spoke off camera and Chaz was telling me how he was the Himothy that waited like 8 hours, 18 hours outside in the
Apple
States,
Store.
the Apple store, waiting for the iPhone 6 to drop.
Yeah.
He camped.
Yeah.
You know, like the sneakerheads, how they camp outside
Yeah.
certain places. We won't mention names. That's what he did.
Yeah, dude. So obviously, like the guys I was living with, Carl and Calvin, shout out to you guys. So we were all like big Apple fans at the time, bro. And obviously the 6, was it the 6S?
6S, yeah.
6S was just dropping, bro. So we were like, well, let's be part of the culture, bro. We took our blankets, we took pillows, we took everything, bro, and we were in this long ass line overnight at the mall just to be one of the first people to buy that 6S, bro.
So
Yeah.
now keep that memory, right?
Yeah.
And now, just imagine how really available. I mean, we all have it's Apple crazy, but we all have iPhones.
Yeah.
Now it's just going to the shop and gonna go pick it up. That's how really available it is. I mean,
Yeah.
and now we spoke off camera as well. You can record movies on these things.
Mm-hmm.
You can basically create whole documentaries, not the ones you're thinking of, but documentaries. You can basically run your business off these things.
Yep.
You can do anything that you want to do. You can stay in contact with the world. But back then, with that iPhone 3, we were content with this VJ camera looks like I can see the blades of grass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we ate that shit up.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, bro. And it's so funny you say that, bro. Like Maduna Labs, you can ask my wife, dude. Like, I built Maduna Labs off my cell phone.
Mm.
My laptop was my secondary device.
Look at that.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah. That's only because it's just a lot easier to type.
You can
It's
get
like
Yeah.
You can think better. You can, you know, and it's just a lot more agile. And
It's on the
do
go as
everything.
well. Yeah, it's on the
you
go
can do
as well.
Yeah, exactly. All the apps you get on your MacBook, same shit you get on your phone.
Yeah.
Do it on the go. You know.
And since you're on the topic of Apple and the Himothy of the Timothy, we were discussing off camera as well the endless possibilities of how basically Apple came with the Vision 2 Pro. I know that we've been speaking about now for like the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And how they just demolish. I mean, you were speaking about the Zuck on the podcast you watch where literally people are like, hey, big dog.
What's happening with Oculus? You know, the Vision OS is coming. You know. Yeah, dude. Like, what I like about Apple is their timing. Their timing is really impeccable. Like, they always get flack for being late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whenever they come through, it's perfect.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably,
Like that, yeah.
exactly. They fashionably
Yeah.
late, you know. So it's almost like, and I think, bro, like the biggest flex I think of the Vision Pro, and this is what no other kind of VR thing has gotten right yet, was the ability for us to move around our thing. All of these fucking viral videos over the past few years of these
People
guys
hitting
themselves, falling
Yeah.
over right in front of their TVs
Yeah,
and stuff, running
breaking
into
their TVs
walls,
actually.
breaking their TVs, all of that. And I think that was their biggest flex, bro. So the fact that they fashionably late, because
Right.
like it revolutionizes everything, bro. Everything that we thought about VR headsets. I mean, like even in those videos, and I was laughing about it. That like, dude, why would this dude be on his Vision Pro at his kid's birthday party? You know. But I think that was only to flex the fact that you can see through them,
Exactly.
or not see through them, but obviously with the whole cameras and
It's
the
immersive.
It's
You can-
immersive, yeah.
yeah, you
Exactly.
can live in it.
Yeah.
It's,
So
it's like we said, sorry to cut you off here,
No.
with the Oculus, you're solely bound into their world that they've created,
Mhm.
and you cannot exit from that world until you take them off.
true story.
Whereas with the Vision Pro, you can literally, like you said, the guy's at his kid's birthday party, and he's like, I'm here, but I'm also not here. I could be doing a million business things, but I'm here, kid, don't worry, you got me. And I can still sing for you, and I can still be with you, and I can still be present, but daddy still had in the bag, you know?
For sure. Now, I also want to say something about positioning, right? Oculus came out, it was this whole VR thing, VR gaming,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and like
Yeah.
that's how it was kind of positioned to the market. The first thing that came out of Apple's mouth when they released that thing was that welcome to the new computer.
Yes.
They
Yeah, they
positioned
did
it
say
as a
that.
computer, not as a gaming device.
Right.
Look at the things
You know
we've
what I
seen
mean?
where, I mean, as creators, we geeked out. We're like, imagine on Premiere Pro, bro.
Bro, imagine editing a video.
On an IMAX.
Bro,
Bro, that is
basically.
crazy.
Yeah.
and you have no tech with you, you have no cables, obviously the little thing running to the power switch,
Yeah.
but you know, other than that, you're just out there with your fingers like Tony Stark, I think this one's gonna go there. I
Fingers,
think,
eyes, and voice.
bro,
Alright, I want to actually ask this, and I think I'm gonna direct this one to Kenny. Is
since he hasn't here most of the episode.
I did. I was
He's been like an absentee father, just not here. You don't have the vision.
that's
yet.
besides the fact though. But like, for instance, like you were saying, the whole Tony Stark thing. For somebody like you who like relishes in 3D modeling, imagine sculpting something in your living room, or
I'm already conceptualizing stuff, boss.
bro, like you're standing there like, and then your mom's asks you like, Kenny, what are you doing? And you're like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the hell? Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sorry, my bad.
but you know what I mean? You can create literally anything on it. And it's true what you say, it's the new computer.
Computer, bro.
How many times when people hear VR, they're like, wow, virtual reality, it's amazing. And then Apple's out here like, no, bro, AR.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you are here and there
Yeah.
at the same time.
100%.
And
Also
I
realize
love
about,
it, bro.
Yeah. Also, Apple's language is also very powerful.
True.
Like they didn't mention virtual reality once. For them, they call it spatial computing or Vision OS.
Yeah.
That's virtual reality. So like they have a very interesting way of naming things in their ecosystem
But-
that makes sense to the people that are inside the ecosystem.
True.
They don't actually conform to a popular language like NFTs and
Yes.
in that whole thing. There was so many instances where I was like, that's AI, but they never
Exactly.
once
They never
True,
mentioned
true,
it
yeah.
once, yeah.
Exactly.
And on that point as well, I just want to keep your thought quickly, but even when they were in the talks of Sandbox and Decentraland, they shut that shit down so quick. They were like, this is not a metaverse. This is not like the Oculus. This is not just for you to put it on and go and play a game with your friends. Yes, it's a possibility, but this is not what this is. Like you said, their language is so important, and they made those boundaries very clear to everyone. They were like, we are not going to stick into your conformity and your little mold, what you think this will be. We're going to blow everyone's expectations out of the water, and we're going to make sure that when we release it, you'll know exactly what it is because it's coming out of our mouths and we're telling you what it's going to be.
Exactly. I think
think
it's the only
also-
one where it's an iPad. Every
Yeah.
other brand is a tablet.
Yes.
Exactly, that's what I was about to
It's a
say.
phone.
Yeah.
It's an
iPhone.
It's a smartphone, but this is an
iPhone.
iPhone.
You
Oh,
see.
it's
Yeah.
a laptop, but no,
It's a Mac.
It's a Mac.
Exactly.
So their language, you're right, like you're saying, their language is so different. but it works. It works so well because people are like, "Ooh, I can have a smartphone, but like,
Can I tell you why?
I want an iPhone."
Yeah, it's because they're very good at building their own narrative.
Yeah.
And they've got a very interesting way of telling the narrative of all their different products and how they all kind of communicate together.
They have their own ecosystem.
They have their own ecosystem, and like they've developed their own language with that ecosystem. The
Yeah.
people that are inside that ecosystem are the ones that are invested in that narrative now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like, I mean,
Interesting.
They really sell. Sorry to cut you off there, but they really sell exclusivity.
They
out
do.
of everything.
They do.
I think Apple alone is an NFT. Exclusivity.
It's its own commodity.
Bro, like, Kenny showed me this meme, or it's like a video on TikTok or something like that, where this woman's like, this guy's like, what makes you so special to have an iPad? And then an iPad pops up in front of him, and then he's like, in actual fact, why are you so lame because you don't have one? It's like he switched in an instant because it's like, he was the one saying, wow, why would you have an iPad? Why? For what? And then he gets one and he's like, why don't you have one?
That was you.
Legit,
That was you. You can speak from personal
I
experience.
mean, I had a Korean phone and
Not from Silicon Valley.
and that Korean phone anti-charge. Let me tell you. Like I plugged that thing in, it sucked the power. It didn't give me no power.
Yeah.
And then that day I was like, I said to my guy, bro, I'm gonna go get an iPhone, bro. He's like, yes. And Kenny promised me a cake.
He still hasn't got
Still
it.
don't have my cake.
Yeah.
But
I had a different cake to offer.
no.
Once you go Apple,
Chocolate.
what I've realized
Chocolate.
now, if you're going
Chocolate cake.
if you're going from Android to Apple, you'll never go back.
No.
True.
Yeah.
But if you go no. What was I gonna say?
Android to Apple.
No. If you start off with Apple, you'll never go Android.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you start off on Android and you go to Apple,
You never go back.
you never go back.
Yeah.
A few people I know have gone back, but like majority always.
I
never
mean,
go
I
back.
tried it. Like we said, Apple, iPhone 3, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, had the XR, and then I was like, okay, there's some nice Android phones coming out right now. Huawei was popping at the time. They jumped Samsung. You know, them Koreans. I'm not scared to name and shame.
Huawei is Chinese.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're Korean. From the previous one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I'm afraid to name and shame. But I went back. I was like, Huawei's popping right now. They've overtaken Samsung. Let me go and give this a try because everyone around me is now buying into this Huawei culture.
Yeah.
Got it. They stopped Google. The phone became trash. Immediately, I was like, nah, back to Apple.
Oh well.
I'm going.
I have to be honest though, because look, I come from Android, right? And I was in love with the Huawei. I loved the two birds.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Mikhail, if they never lost that Google
The whole American
connection,
thing,
yeah, I probably wouldn't have moved anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
I probably would have stayed with Huawei because I love the phone so much.
Mm.
However,
But it left and became trash.
true, when it did,
Actually,
leave,
right about that. Like people that have Huawei's, they love that phone.
bro,
It's a great phone,
It
but it
is.
has Google.
It is. The only phone that made me contemplate was the S20 when it first dropped.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, this
Maybe.
might be better than Apple.
Yeah.
I think it was the S20.
Because that's when they started bringing out their version of like Leica cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I never took that leap. But once I went iPhone 3, I never went back to any other phone. Yeah.
yeah. But Apple's so immersive with the did he say
You stop exposing our age.
Bro, you guys were there when Blade was foreign. You understand that?
Huh?
Yes.
Five rand.
Five rand. Yeah. That's when you can
a
go,
loaf, bro. Full loaf.
you could go and buy like chappies and stuff for like 20 cents.
I remember in 08 driving past the Shell garage, looking at petrol, it was like 4.97 a litre.
Yes.
Yeah. Like you guys obviously get a lot of questions about like what Web3 is and stuff like that.
Correct.
How do you guys describe it? Because like I feel like I can go to 10 different people and there'll be 10 different explanations of what it is, with one maybe golden thread. you know.
So what we do is we will add, because we have a basic knowledge on it, two of us will add the basic knowledge, and then because he's entrenched in that shit, he gives the more corporate answer to it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Chad and I will basically describe it as, we'll explain what Web 1 was, what Web 2 was, how we've advanced to where we are, and then Kenny will start deep diving into like our little conversation, and then he goes for like
In
5
depth,
minutes.
Okay.
So we say something simple like, You've got Web 1, which was like computers. Like that's Web 1.
Internet.
Yeah, the internet, those type of things. And then you've got Web 2, which would be like your social media. Right? And then now we're on the third version of the internet, which is a lot more powerful.
I think
Secure as well, decentralized of course.
Centralized or decentralized.
Yeah, true. But it's like we're basically saying Web3 is the version of the internet that is your own instead of somebody else's.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So whereas Web2, Web 1, you're going onto somebody's platform to do your business. Whereas Web3, it's like you are the business, you are the platform.
Because the main thing which we try to do here is keep it as layman's terms as possible. Because one thing we figured out when we would have conversations on our own, for example, with people in the office, once you start deep diving, it actually people zone the fuck out.
Yeah, they forget about what you're actually talking about.
Yeah, so let me tell you how I explain Web3 to make it like super simple for everyone to really understand, right? And obviously now I'm going to use Apple as a context, right? So how I see Web3 is basically...
He's throwing Faisal off with the Sorry Faisal.
I'm listening to you, bro. I'm listening to you.
Yeah. So how I explain Web3 to people is like, okay, cool. Everything that we know about the internet now, right? How we, social media, e-commerce, any way that we kind of transact. So that's everything we know about the internet now is what Web 2 is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how I explain Web 3 is that just think of it as like a software update, right? Going from iOS 15 to 16, but now going from Web 2 to Web 3. And the Web 3 has two incredibly, powerful new features that have been added to the internet. One being decentralization, and the second thing being digital ownership.
Yeah.
And the moment I explain it like that, that's when people are like, oh, it's that simple. It's just a software update with two new features.
Can I add on that? Because I remember, I think it was last week or so, I had a meeting with you, myself and a bunch of other people. We had a meeting with you, and you said something so smart, which for me was like, it makes sense. Is that you physically, in today's day and age, you physically cannot own anything on the internet. Whereas NFT is the actual only thing you can own on the internet because of Web3.
Bro, you've touched on why NFTs is probably the most important technology of our future.
Yeah.
Right? The fact that right now, like you said, bro, we literally can't own anything on the internet.
True. We can only use it.
We can only use it, and what do we do every day? We're just spending our money at the internet. We're buying things online with Amazon, we're on social media, we're buying things, whatever, we're buying things in gaming.
Nike.com.
Yeah, all of that stuff, right?
7,000.
So we're just spending our money into this black hole at the end of it, but we're not actually owning anything on the internet.
Because let's be honest,
from the hip-hop.
if you're
Exactly.
buying something through the internet, it's not something that is from the internet. It's something that's from a store that the internet then hosts or use as a channel.
100%.
Whereas NFTs would be that one thing on the internet that you can say is mine.
Yours, exactly.
Like I own a piece of the internet now.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
whether that be a
And it's
subscription,
immutable.
exactly.
True.
Yeah, whether that be a subscription to your favorite platforms, whether that be like I'm running dry with examples, right? But for the most part, like it's just like even when we buy things in games, like bro, like kids probably spend thousands of dollars every single year on skins. and all
Every
of
day.
V-Bucks boys, we see
Yeah,
it.
Every day.
exactly. Or we spend thousands of dollars building our social media platforms, or we spend thousands of dollars buying all these things online on Amazon and stuff, right? But if Amazon was to shut down tomorrow, if Instagram was to shut down tomorrow, if Fortnite was to shut down tomorrow, everything we've spent on these things have just gone into this
First,
black
people
hole.
would lose their minds.
Yeah. So now the reverse of that is saying, okay, cool. All the things that I buy in this game, I can put in my digital wallet. All these subscriptions that I have for like Apple Music and Netflix and all these stuff, I can own an NFT that gives me lifetime access. Right now, I own a subscription instead of renting a subscription.
True.
Right.
Can we
Wow.
put a pin into that? Do you gents understand how powerful that is actually?
Bro.
Like I have one, obviously I have my digital wallet, right? And everything's just funneling into it. Like Chaz said, my subscriptions, right? Then there's no more Spotify's taking off, Apple Music's taking off.
Yeah.
It's no more these different things it'll just pull in at you.
100%.
It's one centralized thing coming off at a month, and it's like, cool, I'm sorted.
Yeah.
It's a concept of, you mentioned it to me when we spoke about overseas, the honesty policy they have with the self-checkouts.
Right, yeah, at the
Everything
stores,
is localized.
supermarkets.
You have everything to go into that one store. You're just walking in. You're at that one self-checkout. Your order's going. It's yours. You're paying and you're walking out. There's no, I'm gonna go to this shop and do that. I'm gonna go to this shop and do that. I'm gonna go to this shop and this.
Yeah.
I'm going there. I'm doing everything at this one stop, and I'm getting it and I'm done.
Yeah.
That's like what Chaz Dunn was crazy. That just picture that. Like, I'm just picturing you with Xbox and the PlayStation. That's one thing that they're pulling off on a month to month, right?
True.
Then we both have Spotify. It's another thing they're
That's
pulling off
another
month
thing.
to month.
Netflix,
Netflix,
Amazon.
Disney, Amazon.
Pro.
He applies with Amazon.
Thank you, Kenny, for questions.
But those are different things pulling, right? Like Chaz says, if those crash and burn and go down tomorrow, stuff.
Think of it this way. Netflix, for instance. We take out Netflix because there's that one show we want to watch.
Yeah.
We don't care about the rest.
Yeah, we don't
There's
watch
that
most
one
of
show we want to watch, right? Now, put that in a Web3 perspective where you're like, you know what? I'm going to own that one show for myself. That means I don't need Netflix because, or there's that one album I listen to on Spotify only, but I'm paying my however many a month so that I can have access to only one album that I really like. The rest is just there for when I feel like.
100%.
And I think that is so powerful because a lot of us, we take out subscriptions only because we like one thing, one or two things.
And then now and then we find something on it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because if I'm honest, I'll scroll through Netflix. I'll scroll. A movie is 2 hours. I'll take 2 hours to look for what I want before I actually like. Oh, let's just watch this because you know.
100%.
Recommendations are trash.
100%.
Netflix.
And I also just want to add on sort of like what you were saying now, especially from also a social media context. I'm sure you guys have heard. Have you guys heard of Lens Protocol?
Yeah.
Interesting, right? Because like that kind of is now building our decentralized social media future in the sense that, okay, cool. Now, as a business, I've got a Facebook account, I've got an Instagram account, I've got a Twitter account, I've got a LinkedIn account, right? Now, I need to basically put my resources behind each one of these platforms to build on each one of these platforms, right? So essentially, you know, the only problem with that is that, like, yo, man, like, if I spend all my time building on Instagram and Instagram was to go down tomorrow, I basically lose my business, right? So what Web3 and NFTs allow you to do is, like, you can basically keep your database of followers in your wallet. So that when I plug into Instagram, all my followers are there. Then I can kind of plug out and like disconnect my wallet, and you can basically jump with your followers from platform to platform, right? So that's also another like interesting future that is being created, right? So that, and that's the whole kind of thing of feeding this whole decentralized, you know, kind of economy that we're building.
Influencers, I hope you're listening to this, man, bro. You guys will benefit.
What I like about the Web3 as well, that Web 2 and Web 1, well, let's say Web 2 because Web 1 is like, Web 1
outside.
is gone, yeah. It's there with Kenny's brick cars. So, what I like about Web3 is the fact that there's no middleman. It's you and your product, or you and your service, whatever it is that you want. But it's just you. You are basically everything. I always think of it like, what is this movie? It's an animation. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Rex the what?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph, yeah. Ralph
Breaks the Internet.
Man was like, Ralph came in, he
My
said,
guy-
go Web 2.
I'm gonna wreck it! You know what I mean? I always think of it that way, where it's him alone. I mean, he was chasing this
watch
thing.
that movie again.
He was chasing.
Yeah.
He was chasing
Yeah.
this little something on eBay that was being sold because the game broke and they had to fix it and those other things. And he literally went and he messed up the entire internet by himself. You know, he was the virus. You know, but at the end of the day, he was also the antivirus because he was the one who fixed everything. So I always think of Web3 in such a way that you are literally everything. You're the virus, you're the antivirus.
Yes, you have a child, you. Deep diving into Wreck-It Ralph.
Shout out to my baby!
Um, But with that being said, my brother, I know you have another appointment
Yeah.
that you have to rush to. But before we let you go, I just want you guys to let Chaz know in the comments down below and on all the socials, because you know we're posting everywhere, because our director and editor and superwoman and very, very special Barry Allen, she posts everywhere, she does everything. I just let Chaz know, because we want him back.
True.
And now you guys need to want him back, because this was one of the best conversations we've ever had on
Oh,
Coins
yeah.
and Chuckles.
Shout out, bro.
So I'm all for Chaz for the people, Chaz for recurring guest. Viva!
Viva Chaz!
Nah, bro.
Chaz Matez!
So it's funny, so one of my late uncles used to call me Chaz and Taz.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's funny you call me. That's pretty dope. No, but it's been a pleasure being here, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I'm
and
definitely
then-
down to come back.
Quick question, right? Since you are the sole owner of Maduna, right?
Yeah.
How can people like
Yeah, find
out?
yourself. How can we find
Yeah, how
you?
can we find you? How
Oh,
can we
where?
see what you're doing? Those type of
Oh,
things.
where? So chazdunn.io on Instagram. And then I've got maduna.nft on Instagram as well. Right now I put that account on private. Then I've got Blockchain Bankers Academy as well, which is bba.io. But that isn't fully taken off yet. I spoke to you guys about that just before this, right? But chazdunn.io, always happy to connect with other people in the Web3 space or wanting to like learn about the space, share knowledge and we can exchange and stuff like that. Obviously now me being, spending a lot of time here at Libex. So if you guys are interested in making NFT collections or building dApps and stuff like that, just hit me up and yeah, we'll plug you into Libex.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
perfect.
you, Chaz.
But can I just say before the man goes, so I'm touching with two, ifnos.com,
Right.
.co.za.
Right.
This man's socials, everything Web3.
Touch
Chaz
iPhone.
Dunn.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maduna.nft. Everything is the Web3 boss.
Yeah, no.
He's entrenched, he's deep.
Yeah, no, we gotta live, breathe and eat the shit,
You're just missing AI and then you're done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's coming. don't
He's
worry.
coming, yeah. He's coming, guys.
Oh, brother, it was amazing to have you. We'll definitely have you back very soon.
Please,
We'll be very
Thank you very much, bro.
Of course, brother.
Appreciate
Of
you.
course, the friendship.
Appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Just
wanna
say goodbye to the fans over there.
Bye, man.
Holding a microphone so slow, and I just might go home. I might choke. Oh, look at Megan control the camera slow. Ooh, don't take you. She's on a roll. Take another roll, a roll cut. And I will not smoke, but I will show my butt to Chadwick in that toilet. Like, what's up, boy? Bring that lubricant up in here, like medic. No, nigga.
I can't see what you're saying. Turn the focus up.
You are still spitting bars like an American slut.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Facts, bro. Kenny spitting bars like it's a hole in the butt.
Oh, I'm spitting bars like I have loose braces.
Yeah. Like a wire in your teeth, you lose taste.
Oh. Choking like this juice is tasteless.
Oh yeah. You got them thunder thighs, man.
Yeah.
I wonder what you do with them thunder eyes.
Oh.
I'm sure to your wife, man, that's no surprise.
Yeah. Tell her this shit won't fly.
Oh yeah. Look her straight in the face, man. She see the lie in your eye.
Oh.
Ooh, like a lioness.
I might just make a mess when I'm done with you in my underdress.
Oh, best
Sir.
believe I'm gonna make you de-stress.
Oh.
After this, you ain't gonna be depressed.
Oh.
So thank you for coming to Rappers Anonymous for Washed Up Rappers. We'd love it if you tune in for the next episode.
Podcast over.
Mm-hmm.
Mikhail always sober.
Still spitting balls like Hova.
Oh,
Big bring me a Range Rover when you realize these raps we spit are hard as fuck.
COVID, man. I can't even do the lip shit, bro. But we are back.
Hey, yo.
We are back
We are
after
back.
these attacks from rappers who spit harder than Mac, and our raps are immaculate. I'm spazzing when I rap, and my flow going harder than me at home when I'm using my mama's bath soap.
Let's go!
Bars!
Yeah.
Bars!
We're patiently waiting for Mikhail to join us on the bar session.
True, ladies and gentlemen, he's taking way too much time right now, so we thought we'd
But we're
show
back.
other.
Chaz has left us. We're so glad that he came. Honestly, one of the best episodes we've had in a long time, if not our best episode.
Facts.
We were just flowing. Everything was going good. But with that being said, as we always do, the Coins and the Chuckles. Since
What a
you two
well-spoken guy.
brought-
What?
I'm saying what a well-spoken guy. I like this.
Jeez, yeah.
Since you guys
Share this
have
intrinsic thoughts and
decided to
stuff.
just go completely off script and, I don't know, try rap careers, it's good.
Bro,
Well,
the mics are
Doshini.
available for us. Why
Well,
not?
Doshini.
You know?
Ambitious entertainment
So
look.
nice, yeah, man. This is some good content.
Yeah.
Content.
But with content being the main aim,
Right.
you know,
It's not
since
even loud. You are tripping. Don't make me start spitting.
please
I want
don't.
you.
Don't.
We can spit after this as a outro. All right?
What?
As a,
What did he say?
Don't let your front teeth fall out.
no, no.
You gonna do me like this? You my partner, bro.
Oh, nah.
Now
This to me
now
is
you
a
guys
to
really
you.
need
Hey, I
You
know. Hey,
honestly
hold
need
on.
Yeah.
say that we need to see Megan and Faisal because we need to just see when Faisal's face, you know, contorts with the disgust that he just said it to us to Kenny with, you know. Yeah. Man,
But on that note, guys, we're here for Web3.
100%.
I thank you for participating in this beautiful rap session
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this beautiful open mic session.
But since
But the
we're
mic
talking-
is officially closed.
Since we're talking about guys that like rapping and like talking about Guy Fieri,
Oh, yeah.
diners, dives, and drive-throughs.
Ask Kenny, does he know Kai
He doesn't know who Guy Fieri is.
He does drive-thrus.
Drive the...
I was just speaking of guys who rap, and imagine like him just driving past a bunch of guys on the corner. Yo, mom was like, on, goes to the next location.
Give me your number 5 as I drive through this drive-through.
Megan, can you please, like, in the edit, put Guy Fieri next to Kenny's face so Kenny can also just, because I'll show you off camera, so you can realize who Guy Fieri is. But Guy Fieri and his partner, Sammy Hagar, have a tequila brand, right?
I love tequila.
It's a family show.
Remember, kids?
You guys are too slow.
I can see another censored thing coming up.
You guys are too slow for Kenny. You are way too slow. The moment he said, remember, kids, you know.
You're supposed to go, remember, kids. Gone.
Right. Their company is called Santos Spirits, which is basically, he was founded with Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar is an award-winning Grammy musician, right? And Guy Fieri is a television chef, Kenny.
Oh,
He's the
it's
nigga
such
with
an
the
unpleasant
spikes.
Name. Sounds like
Yeah.
a
He looks like this.
squirrel body or something. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Why would you say you got a squirrel body? But it's fine.
His
We'll
name
move
sounds
on.
how he looks.
So this past week,
Sorry.
it's so difficult to keep you guys in the coins this week. This past week that we're in right now, so this week that just passed, you know, for Kenny, if it made sense. Not last week, like this week we're just in right now. They released it on Near Protocol, which the first few people who sign up will receive a mystery NFT as a reward, and if you're the first 1,000, you'll get an extra NFT as a surprise bonus. So basically, what they've done is they've started an NFT loyalty program for their tequila. So they're like, buy our tequila, and you'll get free NFTs.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll be on that.
I'd buy the tequila
day.
for myself.
And then you'll be like,
NFTs an additional, you know what I'm saying?
but do you think, right? I'm going to bring a little bit of chuckles in this one. Do you think that you buy the tequila, you get drunk, and you forget about the NFT.
Man, all I'm saying.
Mikael's out here with a packet or a mic.
Okay, I won't say anything out of pocket. But do remember, kids, when you invest in tequila. That was a good point, though.
That's true.
Yes.
But anyway.
My advice. Remember, kids.
But yes.
But I
Same,
heard that
same.
this actually will also basically get people to know the usefulness of NFTs
And tequila.
through
Yeah.
tequila.
Yes.
Obviously, they obviously. I'm chewing. I shouldn't be talking.
Megan is tripping hard, bro.
Oh,
Right now, she's on some. Why is the ASMR in my ear?
Okay, you run it. I'm not going to.
She's muting us. Okay, I'm done.
All right,
Megan.
so I'm reading here. It says the tokens are going to be divided into
That's what I was
3
gonna say.
tiers, right? General, limited, and rare, like any other NFT project usually. And then each level has different benefits, such as a virtual tequila tasting hosted by Fieri. Yeah. Is it Fieri or Fieri? Bro, I'm so confused with this guy's name.
Fieri.
Oh, okay, cool. Hosted by
Fieri.
either of them, Fieri or Hagar. And then
Hagar.
Hagar.
Hagrid.
Ah, okay, I feel you. I get it now. And then autographed guitars. That's cool. Autographed guitars. That's nice.
Dennis trying to memorize the names.
And
in the
other
background.
VIP experiences. Right. Mikala, you ready to
I'm ready, I'm done, I'm
take the story over?
Yeah,
Because
I'm ready. So, like you said, they are basically going to break them into 3 tiers, which is basically like your general access, your limit, and your rares, which is a concept we all know and love in NFTs.
True.
Right? We have our different tiers to the different levels that you can access. Obviously, the rare and the limited being more expensive, the general being just general public. It's like buying a ticket when you go to a concert.
yeah.
You get the nosebleed stands where you're like, I bought this for $250.
Right.
And then you get
Golden
your-
circle.
well, no, you're more limited, which is like standing general area.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
I bought this for 500, and then you get your even more limited. Let's say you get common nosebleeds. You get uncommon general standing, right? You get your limited, which will be like general seated. Then you get your rare, for example, which will be golden circle. Then you get your ultra rare, which is backstage meet the artist, right?
True. Yeah.
So that is a nice way to liken it to anyone who's new to the episode that doesn't understand exactly what the different tiers could mean in NFT. It's the same concept. You're going to get your general access NFT, which is basically it's on the marketplace. It's a nice way to get into the environment, nice way to start earning a passive income, trading, that type of stuff. Very easy for people in the general community to get into, right? Then you will get your limited editions where they'll drop one collection. They'll be like, buy this now. It's going to raise in value based on our future plans. Hop in it, right?
Yeah.
Then you get your rares, which will be like your bored apes, right? Then you'll get your ultra rares. Once you've gotten your bored ape, you buy the serum, you turn your bored ape into a mutant ape. Now you've got your ultra rare NFT. It's the same concept, and that's what they're aiming to do. And that's how they're trying to test the usefulness as NFTs as an overlay to pre-existing businesses. They're trying to see how exactly they can take this business contract that they have right now and see how they can start maneuvering it and position it in a way that they can move with the times, which is very interesting because not many businesses are looking at that option, right?
Yeah.
A lot of businesses are kind of don't lose your point. I saw you
Yeah,
jump in. A lot of businesses are content with where they're at, especially post-COVID, going, we survived.
True. Yeah. And I think post-COVID survival is probably like one of the biggest flex that businesses have these days because they were like, yeah, everybody thought we were going to be flat. True. We made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And on that point that you were saying, I'm reading here that this is also a long-term type project for them. And it's also a nice way for them to start rewarding like basically their top customers.
But-
so if you're just like buying one time off,
Yeah.
yes, you could, you will definitely reap the rewards. But if you're a long-standing customer with them, it just gets better for you as you stay.
Not even just a rewards program. It's a nice way. I mean, I was in a meeting yesterday. Chaz actually, we had this conversation with a prospective client, and we were going over figures and how to market and how to do these things, how to sell the NFTs, right? Because that's one of the projects I will be working on to design NFTs. And one thing, the crux of the matter, as everything in Web3 came down to community.
Yeah.
How do you have an established community? If you do not have an established community, what are your plans to create this established community? And this is a brilliant plan to create an established community because people know Guy Fieri for food. He's
Right.
the eccentric guy, long white, or not even white, like that, like
Ice blonde.
ice blonde, that Neymar noodle haircut,
Right,
that Justin
right.
Timberlake, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, frosted tips vibe.
Facts.
That's Guy Fieri. We know him for that. He's the cool uncle on the cooking shows, He's the one you want to talk to but don't want to live with type of vibe. Then Sammy Hagar he's a brilliant musician, right? And they obviously both have their own communities, their own followings. And now they're just two bros that were like, I like tequila, you like tequila? Let's create a tequila brand.
True,
Like,
yeah.
everyone's doing it. The
It's almost
Rock,
like
Chris, Kevin Hart, like
Yeah.
all of them, they're all creating it, And I'm gonna get to you now, so I know I'm rambling on about this one. It's a nice way to not just, like I say, reward your fans that have now gotten to this point, but to create a whole new community in this established environment that is Web3 by allowing people to learn your backstory if they don't know who you are.
True.
And then reward them.
Yeah. I like how it's bringing two different worlds together. So it's bringing like the foodies, and then you got like the music heads
Yeah.
coming into one community, all because they like tequila. You know what I mean? Like, for instance,
I wish we could be those bros.
it's almost like crypto coffee or something like that.
Crypto coffee, yes.
Crypto coffee, where they never necessarily had any utility to the actual NFT collection. Yes, the crypto baristas. That's it. That's what it's called. My bad. And
Coffee, bro.
they had no actual utility, but the main focus was community, getting all coffee lovers together. And I mean, this is quite a cool way. And I think this one is like a powerhouse because now you've got two influential people with huge following behind them that they're like, hey, yo, listen, we're going to this one hub. If you want to join us, come through. And people will definitely, flood in. Like, hey, do you like coffee? Do you like food? Yeah. Do you like music? No. And then it's like, okay, let me tell you about music over tequila.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden they're like, we love food.
I was
We
waiting for you to
love.
mention that.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's what it's all about here.
Talking of influential people, I would like to shimmy on over.
I knew you were going to say shimmy on over. I
my
was
line,
waiting
boss,
for
my
that one.
catchphrase.
Conversations.
Into Conversation Street. Put on the street lamps if ESCOM allows us to. Have a conversation with the neighbor. Take the dustbin out. Say, haven't seen you all week. It's Friday. How you doing?
Make sure you fetch your dustbin.
Make sure you fetch
Steal
your dustbin. Don't leave it outside my gate.
Are you guys sharing like your day-to-day lives?
But now that we're in Conversation Street,
Right.
Machi big brother.
Machi.
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 Man embezzled 22,000 ETH.
What?
Yay. We on purpose didn't tell you about this one. We want your raw, uncut emotions on this one.
Hey, hold on, bro.
Excuse me?
Where my cellular
Are we
device
talking
at?
about Jeff?
The Jeff, all the Jeffs are scandalous
Huang.
at the moment.
You know what I'm saying?
The Jeffrey.
But this is
main-
the Jeff with hair.
Yeah, this Jeff has long hair. He's Taiwanese.
Huang hair.
Huang.
Huang hair.
Huang.
He's got Huang hair.
Is it 20,000 Ethereum?
22,000. You missed the 2,000, bro.
And the thing is, Mac did it in 2018.
Bro. Like we in 2023 right now.
I need glasses for this.
They caught him now.
Bro, but I think it's a case with most
That is
embezzlements. That is
771 million rands.
But get
That's
this,
a lot of
right?
money, eh?
So 22,000 ETH, he embezzled from, I think it's Formosa Financials, if I'm not mistaken. And what he went on to do then is basically, in my opinion, just go on a tirade, boss. Like, he was like, I'm going to start some new NFT program. So basically what he did was he went on to launch 10 failed pump and dump token programs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pump some money and I'm going to dump, I'm going to take out, I'm going to buy.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a hustler.
he's a hustler, but the bad kind.
Oh. Yeah.
Not like Chaz was in the seat with his 10 years CV.
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
That's a good hustle.
True.
Oh, Jeffrey was bad. And the thing is, people trust him. That's why he could go on to launch this 10. Because you don't just launch 10 in 1 year.
Also,
True.
but they trust him also because he is an owner of one of the most famous NFTs out there. So they were immediately like, "Oh, you own a Bored Ape? We trust anything you say,
just one.
anything you do."
He owns
More.
many.
So he's really famous. He's probably the most famous person for owning a Bored Ape. You know, so I can understand when you say like people trust him. Like,
Also, we
they
were
trust
touching on fan bases. He was already a musician in the first place. So he was part of, I think it was LA Boys in 1991.
Oh yes, that's right.
So like you've already come from this position where you're influential, people trust you. Now you're like, you know what, music don't make so much money. Let me just embezzle 22,000 ETH. Let me buy some body.
The thought of it though.
That's ambitious, though.
22,000 ETH,
Bro.
boss.
That's ambitious. Though.
It's not even ambitious. You're just scandalous at this point.
But it's smart. It's not good, but it's smart.
We don't condone embezzlement.
But then also you could also look at it from the perspective that he did it at a time before people established the true value of
Also
those
true, yeah.
digital currencies such as
True.
Ethereum.
Maybe he also did it at 2018. Yeah, he did it also at a time when people weren't as clued up
True.
on Web3 as we are.
And it
You
wasn't
know
as
what's so funny
expensive.
though? He did it a year after actually like getting into the Web3 space.
He's a hustler for real.
I mean, he started in the Web3 space in about 2017. And then just a year after that, this guy's embezzling 22.
And if you think about it,
1,000
right?
bro.
Because you said it was 2017, right?
Yeah.
It was Mitchell,
Mutual, yeah.
where it kind of he had a good intention, right, to reward content creators with their native token, which was I think myth,
Yeah, MITH.
MITH, yeah, which is it's a positive thing, right? You know, community. You guys bring your content onto my platform. I reward you with our native token, which is cool. And the thing is, they had that private token, and it raised to 51.6 million US dollar bill.
That's
Bro,
hectic, bro.
literally the value of it raised to 60,000 ETH.
Just the
That first token. So like people trusted him.
True.
That's the point I'm trying to drive home. Is
yeah.
people trusted him,
true. Yeah, and they trusted him so much that they were willing to throw
bro.
anything at this man that he wanted.
That's the value of community though.
True. Yeah.
It is the value of community, but I will take it back to the Pixel Penguin rug pull. Community is such a powerful thing, and it's such a powerful asset within anything Web 2, Web 3 related, right? Because we still dabble in a bit of Web 2. The whole world does.
Yeah,
social
still,
media,
yeah.
right? When you have community, it's like what Uncle Ben said to Peter Parker, you know, or Spidey.
Oh, Spidey man.
Rabobi.
Rabobi.
He told him with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
And I think that is the decision you have to make. We obviously aren't in that position. We don't know if we will be one day, but in that position of great influence where you know at a crossroads you have to decide, do I do a rug pull and do I kind of just make the bag for myself and don't care about the people that have gotten me here? Or do I try and give back and help the people that have gotten me here and we can all win together? And I think Jeffrey went down the dodgy side.
Yeah. The wrong rabbit hole. However,
Inflation is trash.
however,
I understand.
as much as we could say he did what he did, right, which is wrong, it takes a lot of kahunas, guys, to be going and doing that in the Web3. But like Kenny was saying, because not a lot of people were aware of what Web3 was, he kind of hopped on that thing while it was still like underground.
Kind of like Bitcoin. People who bought Bitcoin before it's
Yeah.
thingy.
True.
'Cause I'm
true.
pretty sure it was probably in a similar position where it was so cheap, and then it got too much, too lot, and then the thing happened that made the pots to can happen. You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how he got. I don't know who Jeffrey is though. I'm gonna look him up. You know, it's
Jeffrey Huang.
my new inspiration. You know what I'm
He
saying?
only knows shiny head Jeff.
Kanji is doing really well. So
Hey,
please do
shout
not-
out to Khanchi. You know what I'm
Kanji
saying?
had some solid. I love like the content pieces you've been dropping. Definitely not
thank
Khanji
Big
collectibles.
ups on
Thank you,
Khanji.
thank you.
Big ups on
Um,
Khanji.
But Jeffrey though, hey.
If we see Kenny embezzle 22,000 ETH,
Oh
just know
my gosh.
he pulled the Jeffrey.
He did?
But with that being said, I also want to chat about, because I love, you and I love art and movies and things like that. Basically theater, right?
Indeed. Indeed.
Kenny just loves people 1,000 because the 3,000 is too much.
Indeed.
He's a villain. He's in his villain training
He's an
arc.
anti-hero, guys.
Nah, he's just straight up villain, not an anti-hero. He's in his villain training arc. I actually, on that note, talking of arcs, I told Kenny about, because Chad is getting to the anime, as you guys know, you've heard it since episode 1. Kenny and I are deeply entrenched.
Yeah.
We dug in the front lines, now we're there, we can never leave.
Shout out to Eren Yeager, you know what I'm saying? Jujutsu Kaisen, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for season 2 before I can start going crazy of it. But shout out to Eren Yeager, you know? My boy, I understand you. I do the same.
Freedom.
I love Eren.
But
much.
on the note of arcs, how'd you diss the Hashira training arc? I was like, Kenny, they've released it. I'm so excited. And you were like, yeah, that's a shit arc.
It's not really shit, but then the arc that comes after it.
That's fire compared to that.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind skipping this one. Because there's no villains anyway.
What are we gonna?
I see your face.
What are we gonna talk about then on a Monday or Tuesday because it drops on a Monday?
Hear me out. They dropped the final one instead of the Hashira.
But then the people who don't read the manga like us will be lost.
Oh, man, the power of friendship, that's all that happens in that arc. So, you know,
Don't give them spoilers.
you're like the main protagonist gets super pumped up because his friends are, oh my god, you know about the power of friendship, etc., etc. So I do like the Infinity
But
Castle arc.
now that I've kind of taken us onto it, I needed you to speak so I could bring us and get you up to scratch on, because you don't know it. I know you don't know it.
Yeah, and you're gonna call us old.
And you're gonna call us old for it. The Rock. So that's how I had to relate to you Gen Z a little bit before I could go and speak to my friend about the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
You know the Rocky Horror Show?
Rocky Balboa. Isn't he? Oh, wow. I thought it was him dropping like an NFT collection.
So
of
you
Rambo or
are
something.
saying that the Rocky Horror Show is Rocky Balboa's
NFT.
horror story.
I thought it was like his NFT collection. No? No?
Interesting, sir.
Guys?
So the Rocky Horror Show is one of the most culturally significant theatrical plays of its time, right? They, before our community that loves us as well, because we always mention them and name dropping them, the LGBTQS pluses. Did I get that one right?
I think so. I'm not too
You're
sure.
a better person.
We can say no.
I
but
didn't.
Just say the LGBT community.
The LGBT
That's fine.
pluses.
QI.
Megan's like, hey,
Moving on,
Megan's like, you
people.
lost them as a supporter right now.
I almost pulled it long.
But
They were quite famous for talking about sex and talking about being yourself.
yeah, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show also, like, they had men dressing as females, and there was a lot of things that were so taboo when it came out, because also it's to celebrate 50 years of the show. The show's been running consecutively, bro.
50 years, bro.
For 50 years.
50.
And you guys were
We're not
watching
that
it.
old. We're not that old. Bro, come on.
We watched that when we were kids, right? They had movies. They had. I was blessed enough to go and watch it live. Not 50 years
Rich
ago.
boy things, you know what I'm saying?
Not 50 years ago when they put the play
50
on in
years
South
ago.
Africa.
When was it?
It was in 2011
Mm.
at the Barnyard Theatre.
He grew up different, eh? We were playing with rocks, bro.
Built different.
Bricks and everything, you know what I'm saying? Knives and everything, you know what I'm saying?
But
We-
yeah,
we
so
each have our own
like I say,
heads.
they were very.
I hope my father's watching this. You're like, my son ain't play with no knives, but
But
Get an oak up. Sorry.
who taught you that word?
Yes, yes.
you're spending a lot of time with colored people,
This
my
man's
friend.
been
You know what I'm
Listen to
saying?
some young CPT.
I wonder who. I wonder.
But let me get back onto the Rocky Horror. They were very ahead of their time, right? The same thing that Apple's done now with the Vision 2, right? They were so ahead of their time, and they got a lot of slack and a lot of notoriety for it. Like, people, you either hated it or you loved it, because people obviously couldn't speak out, 50 years ago and tell the truth and whatever.
Yeah.
So what's really cool is to celebrate the 50 years. What, Kenny?
With a collection of 50
No, because it was
NFTs.
like people couldn't really speak out 50 years ago, and I'm like, I wonder what you had in mind 50 years ago that you wanted to share. No, it was an internal thing. He asked. So
Okay.
like,
But yeah, so obviously people really couldn't speak out about, what they were feeling, what they were going through, like what they felt, who they are as a person, who they wanted to be as a person, all those important things, like what Hanchi basically throws out in the world, diversity, individuality, all this type of stuff, right? Be who you are. And there's a song in there called Time Warp, which is really cool. So they've actually named the NFT collection the Time Warp NFT, right? And they're going to, like you said, 50.
50
To
NFTs.
celebrate 50 years. And it's really cool because I think at a time now when inclusivity is so, I don't want to call it mainstream, but it's accepted, right?
Yeah.
Not by everyone. Obviously, everyone can feel how they want to feel, whatever, but it's accepted by the majority of the world right now that be who you are.
True.
Be yourself, be true to yourself. That I think the timing of this is so impeccable. Like, we spoke about how Apple, they take their time.
Right.
True.
And they do it right.
Yeah.
And I think, like, whoever had this crazy brainchild to bring about an NFT collection about a show that was so impactful 50 years ago, in the time and space that we're in now,
Yeah.
big ups to them, man. Like,
It's like what you were saying about Apple.
yeah,
Timing.
it's
So good.
The timing is impeccable, man. And it's worth mentioning that they're going to be doing it on online blockchain, PLC, which I think is Place. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Which is a company that
We'll
conducts-
find out about
yeah,
that
we'll
one.
find out about that one. We'll make sure Megan will put it in there, and if she doesn't, then comment down below and tell her she's trash. But yeah, they're gonna be on the online blockchain PLC. I won't say Place. I don't know what it is really. Which is basically a company that conducts research and development related to blockchain technology, and they have declared basically that they will be releasing the Time Warp NFT collection, influenced by the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that will launch on OpenSea. It actually launched this week because it was June 19th. It launched this week.
Yes, that's true.
So that's quite cool. And the thing is, I just want to hop back to the show, man. Like it was such a mix of music, like horror,
Science fiction.
science fiction. Like I said, it was this amalgamation of things that shouldn't have mixed, and they mixed so well in that time. Like I say, when we saw Nezuko, and we like both you and I cried the man tears, and we're like, baby Nezuko cannot like die at this point. Spoiler: if you haven't watched it, get your shit right, please.
ooh la la.
But yeah, like that is what we felt and how we experienced that. That is what people felt in the show. Like I remember, like as a kid watching it, like being like, wow.
They were really ahead of their time.
Must have
Think
been
of
hard.
it.
Must have been a crazy time though to come out the theater and to deal with Burki police and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
And this was
Anyway,
not pre-94.
that must
So
have
like
been
the
crazy.
thing
Yeah.
is,
I did not watch it in pre-94, Kenny.
Oh.
when the show
nice.
came out,
2011, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny, I was literally trying to change the subject, but you guys just could not stop.
Sorry.
But when it did come out, it came out during a very controversial time. So when it came out, there was a lot of question marks about it. People were even judged for going to watch the show itself because they were like, why? What's wrong with you?
People are so judgmental during apartheid, ne?
This is not apartheid, Dad.
Oh, no, I'm just checking. I'm trying to catch
It's
y'all
not about
slipping.
apartheid, my friend.
Catch y'all slipping.
To segue away from things we shouldn't be
You were
talking
born
about on
free
the
anyway, so
podcast,
you're not supposed to talk about that. Yeah.
it was also the cool thing that they're doing is they've taken the characters, right, the original characters, original cast,
Yeah.
and they've basically done NFT renditions of them. And when you have one of the 50 Time Warp NFTs, you'll basically get a free character pack, right? And that'll allow you, once you have a set of 9 unique NFTs, to showcase your different characters. I'm not sure if I can say their names, but to hell with it. Frankenfurter, Magenta, Riff Raff, and the other type of characters, they will also be on the Polygon network. So like once you have those 9, you'll get those important characters, and then they'll be given to you on the Polygon network. And then you basically, as a Time Warp owner, you'll be like, I have the ultra rare ones, which is really cool as well. I don't know if that made sense. I was kind of just rapping.
Yeah. True.
You were.
Also, they were saying that the Time Warp NFT, which is like a new type of, obviously a new type of digital asset, like Mika was explaining, will have like out of the 50, the first one would be the typeface of the actual title of the show, which would have that blood drip font going on
Which is
there.
iconic with the show.
Yeah, so it's like really like very rare, and that's gonna go for about 0.1 ETH.
Which is a very good floor price, actually.
True, true, true.
And then
That's
the rest of the
Isn't that-
49, they said
Isn't that
they'll
Hanji's
start to
price
release.
0.0. What's Hanji's price again?
0.08
0.08.
or 5
Kanji,
or 3.
0.08
Find out.
ETH.
But that's what I'm saying, it's a good floor price to drop something like this.
Oh yeah,
So
no, true,
that
true,
also
true,
means
true.
that you're on the
I was
right track
expect-
with Hanji,
I was
right?
expecting him to say something like 50 Ethereum or something. I was like,
Nah.
hey.
Because
I
of
think
how
they're
important the show
really
is,
they're
right?
really for
True,
the
true,
people
true.
though. I think in this case they're really for the people and for the fans.
That's
and those
good.
type of
That's
things,
very good.
which is kind of nice.
And also, like I mean, I know you were probably going to say it. Also, like the rest of them will come out at various times.
Yeah, I did. I
Like
was saying,
shock
yeah.
releases, like surprise, like
Like little drops. I think they're gonna probably enable like
I want
little
to the
drops.
I'm only getting it now.
Oh no,
Yeah.
nah.
I can say it though.
Say
Are
what?
you ready? Are you gonna beep? Once I say surprise, he's gonna say the other word. Are you ready? Surprise!
Motherfucker! Yeah. That felt nice on my tongue.
Oh hell no! Right.
No. To the no. Hey, we were having fun with this episode,
Bro.
man.
Right, I think we're done with Rocky Horror Show because apparently Rocky Balboa was in it. So Adrian! Yeah. How old are we now? He probably thinks that the Adrian is from Expendables.
I don't like old people, guys.
But yeah, I think let's wrap it up. 'cause-
So let's talk about some tokenization, the
Yeah, 'cause I
time
think-
traveling concept.
yeah, because I think Megan said that we were like almost at 2 hours already. So
Yeah,
let's wrap this
it's
up.
a movie today.
Yeah,
Broer.
we in a documentary.
Broer, today's a movie, eh?
West Coast, no, West
No.
Coast, West Cup.
What? I know who that is, by the way.
Who that is?
Yeah, that's Youngster CPT. Always.
Say his government.
What's his government name?
Carl James.
Firstly, he's Muslim, so Carl doesn't fly.
What's
Oh
his
my
name?
gosh.
It starts with an
Bro.
R.
Not R.
Oh
not
gosh.
R.
Kitty.
R. Not a pirates. R.
Riyadh.
Riyadh.
You said he's
Riyadh
Muslim.
Roberts.
Rashid.
Fine, it works.
no.
It works. It works.
My
It works.
God.
It works. It works.
Man said Rajesh. Rashid.
What's his name though?
Riyadh.
Riyadh.
Oh, I thought you guys would give me an example.
No, that's his name.
Oh, what's your name?
Roberts.
Youngster, you're not gangster anymore, my bro. This guy's gangster?
Beep
His
that
real
out.
name is...
Beep that out. Beep, beep, beep.
Bro,
Beep.
his nickname is Yati.
Hey, now you gangster. My bad, dog. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Shit, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Peace, right? Hoi, hoi.
We don't want-
Tokenizations.
We don't want Kenny disappearing on our next
to-
episode.
Tokenizations.
Yeah, tokenization.
Yes.
Time travel concept.
True.
That became a reality overnight.
Obviously, with every piece of technology that emerges, if certain figures in our world do realize its value and potential, they're obviously going to try to, you know what I'm saying, get their hands on it. So in our case, our meaning the world, many governments across different countries are trying to regulate crypto, generally speaking, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And then that's going to come with some...
Yo, he's cooking today.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Controversies.
Controversies,
He
bro.
decided on the last topic
Comes-
that he's gonna
yeah.
jump in and just
Yeah.
spit.
Please, Mika, let Kenny be. Let Kenny be.
I'm cooking.
Let him be. Let
Allow
him cook.
me to
We
continue
like him in the
cooking.
kitchen.
Obviously, some government entities are going to try to regulate crypto, and then they're going to give some of their own made-up reasons as to why they're doing that. But then everybody knows that it's for, you know, a dip in the pot of cash.
Of course.
Pot in the gold.
Everybody
Put their
wants-
fingers into the honey.
Everybody wants a
exactly.
piece.
Which brings us to our most recent controversy. You know what I'm saying? Controversy. which comes after the whole they're gonna explain everything else. I didn't read everything. That's why I wanted to start low key. Yeah, that was a very good intro though.
It was a brilliant intro.
Well
That's
done,
why we
well
left you.
Yeah, tokenization and stuff. Chad is gonna explain who's in.
Well, basically,
Okay, Mikhail.
You meant Mikhail?
yeah, this past week, because you guys know we film on Fridays, and now apparently we drop on Fridays as well. Thanks, Megan. But
We drop every day.
don't. But yeah, getting back to it. So, Megan just saw me.
He
and
threw
I-
us off.
Yeah,
I mean, she threw us off.
Thanks, Barry.
It's your fault.
But yeah, so this past week, at the time of filming this, so you guys will see this,
Right. Yes.
But a lot of the tokens associated with digital worlds and NFTs hit a heavy, like a significantly, like they got KO'd, like Mortal Kombat, finish him, get over here, decline. Like,
Why?
it is basically because the SEC, which Megan will put there because that is now losing just space in my mind. It's been a nice episode, nice long one. So I had it in the beginning of the episode and then now I've lost it. But basically the SEC has classified several of these tokens that are related to digital worlds and NFTs as basically, I would say security breaches, if I can call them that.
Okay.
Because they have let me just bring it back. I have the thought in my head. They've basically taken legal action against Coinbase and Binance that have these coins associated with them, right? And on that note, Binance, fix your shit, man. You guys have been dropping the ball lately. Like you guys are brilliant, cool. CR7, see, awesome. But like in terms of your security stuff,
Kabi as well.
yeah,
Kabi as well.
Kabi lame, do better, man. Like you guys,
You're telling him to do better.
no, not Kabi.
Binance do better.
Binance, like
Right.
do better. I told you, as we get closer to episode 10, I'm not afraid to name and shame. Now we're mainstays. They're not getting us off YouTube.
Yeah.
Megan's looking at me like, shut up, Mikhail.
I never
You're
liked
gonna
you.
get us taken off YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they found basically security breaches with these coins and they're not happy about it. And basically what's happened is the American regulator has filed cases with these certain tokens we've mentioned, which basically have made up the majority of the top 10 losers in the top 100 crypto coins.
What? Sorry.
Yeah, like
there's a
losers
top-
as in like you invest in this, you're gonna lose your
You're gonna
money.
lose. Yeah, you're gonna lose.
Oh.
Not like that's a loser coin. Don't
That's
speak
what
to
I-
that coin.
that's what I thought
It's
right
not
now.
gonna be a good friend. Not like that.
We're trying to have you nearby.
No, not that. And the thing is, they based this on CoinGecko's market capitalization, right? I know these are a lot of big words, and we're gonna take it back to the layman's terms now. We're just gonna give the people who are really interested in this topic the chance to understand why it's happening, and then now we're going to the layman's. So basically, what has happened is they have claimed, like for example, that sand, right? And from
Mommy, I had the 6 sign, then I make it close. Maybe the video will show in a minute.
I come to have a sex, I'm make it love. So come to me, hug.
he's throwing me off with the hibbity.
Zoom, zoom. In the meantime, zoom, zoom.
Shit!
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Oh, wow. We're
Taking us back.
completely different things.
Zoom, zoom. Kenny, hop on the beat. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom,
Chilling on his blue couch,
zoom, 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 zoom.
watching Faisal blew his mouth.
Yeah.
Blew out. His
tum,
back in the morning. I might be chilling and these niggas is mourning.
Yeah.
After I kill them with these bus horny. I'm not horny, but I will sodomize your ass
You
in
got
this
so
porn.
many
This
back
is a
to
new
your
sport
behind
and
the
I
scenes
might
for your
go
verticals
deep
now.
and I'm chilling
Are you
into
good for next
the
2
like
weeks?
Mr. Deeper. This is not me. I dropped the heater.
Coins and
Go back the
Chuckles,
lever.
episode
Give me the
7,
lever.
take
After
4.
I drink some new West Tequila. Get me an NFT with the new
On live.
Lisa. And get a visa. Put me in my creeper. This is not my greaser. Scones.
Okay.
This is not my Grizzly Scots.
Yeah.
Let's finish it up. Obviously, we're mentioning these big words, like capitalization, market capitalization, right? But we're mentioning them because obviously there are people that are highly invested in this topic right now, that have deep dived it already, but just want to kind of hear different people's approaches and different people's thoughts on it, right?
Yeah.
So now let's bring it back into the layman's and explain basically what this is all about. So the SEC, like I said, we're going to right there because it slipped me now. But they've claimed that tokens like Sand and Mana from Decentraland were securities in the complaints against Binance and Coinbase, right? So they were like laying their complaints more or less. And the crazy thing is, our favorite gentleman, the one that was embezzling the Jeffrey,
Right.
the man who had the most famous NFT of all time right now,
Right.
the BAYC, the Yuga Labs, they weren't mentioned.
They weren't
That's crazy for me because if you think about it, right, Decentraland, Sandbox, big metaverses, cool.
Yeah.
And there's tokens on there that have taken a steep decline. However, it's ApeCoin, right?
Yeah.
Nanen, Niche, Neil,
Quiet.
9.
Shout out to FBX.
Crickets.
Basically, there was like, you good, player. Do you. Like, there were no complaints drawn against them at all.
Yeah.
Which I think is it's like a testament to Yuga Labs themselves. Like, I think it's really good. And the reason I mentioned that, right, is because the SEC said they already investigated Yuga Labs and the creators of Ape, and they had found no conclusive evidence to throw them in or to loop them in with the other basic security breaches within the story. And the thing is, the lawsuits actually arrived at a really bad time for the metaverse because we'll take it back to our favorite Timothy of the Timothy.
Yeah.
Once they released
Tim.
the Apple Vision, the announcement, the Metaverse tokens already won a steep decline, right? People were like, you guys are trash. Decentraland, Sandbox, Intellect, nothing special.
Trash.
Apple is now the one. It's the future. They came in.
Yeah.
And now this on top of that, like it's at the moment, it's like an avalanche downward spiral where it came at a time where like they already like, that thing like don't kick a man when he's down?
Right.
Basically, this investigation said, you're on the ground.
Step
I'm
on a man
kicking.
while he's down. Hey.
That's basically what they did. And the thing is, the lawsuit, because the thing is, it's not just an investigation, right? The SEC is actually, like I said, filed a lawsuit, which is going to have a crazy negative impact on these tokens and coins that are linked to NFTs and linked to Metaverse, right? And the thing is, the teams developing for the companies have denied all the allegations. They're like, you lying. Don't tell me I did anything wrong.
Why did he have that crying face?
Yes, so bad. But yeah.
And I'm gonna say Kenny's favorite line on that. What they were like, accusations.
Yeah.
False.
Accusations.
Accusations.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. So obviously we went through this article. It came to our attention this week. But last week, the previous week, the Sandbox COO basically expressed to the press that he does not fully agree with the SEC's classification and labeling of sand as a security, or more basically as a risk.
Yeah.
And his accusations. False.
And on top of that, actually, in this week, I think it was called Flow Blockchain.
Yeah.
Recently tweeted that they have they're happy to have how do I say this? Let me just read it for you.
Yeah,
They
they have
tweeted
flow
that they're
tokens.
happy to have a regularity environment that is that is more clear.
They're happy to be
you know.
investigated, basically.
Basically, yeah, they're basically saying.
They're pulling a Julius Malema.
100%.
But yeah, they
Source
have
must investigate.
transparency.
And they
And
found
then
him of the thing they're accusing
on
him
top of that, they also said that they still believe that Flow tokens are decentralized, and they are confident still about the fact that it is. And then also that it's not only like secure, but it's also compliant. You know, so that they know that everything is in order when you come here. But at the same time,
How was Chili's, bro?
a member of the Chili's team stated
threw
on their
shots.
Discord that he was like, we don't talk about legal issues concerning other parties like Binance US / Coinbase.
It was like that thing we were speaking
It's
about.
like a jab. Just shut
Yeah.
the hell up. We're
It
coming
was-
for you
it was
still.
like- what is the concept we spoke about, like with marketing, they throw jab at each other when you were mentioning Audi and BM?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, what do they call it? It's like offensive marketing type vibe, but competitive marketing.
Yeah.
you could
Like
call it.
Samsung to Apple.
Yeah.
Right, exactly that.
Okay,
Where
okay.
they were like, yeah, we've got this camera, it does this. And then the next company's like, yeah, they've got this camera, but it doesn't do this. You know, it's like shots, bro. You know? So the same way with Flow, Chili's was like, hey, yo.
Chili's like, oh, you in shit. You in trouble.
Let me
Are you
add
guys talking about the country?
spice.
No, not Chile, the country. Chili's, the company.
Chili's,
Yeah.
CHILLIZ.
IZ.
It's not helping right now. I'm picturing like a
Not a
pedigree
chili.
manufacturer. or
Not a
some shit.
jalapeno.
sorry.
Not jalapeno on a stick.
Jalapeno. Right. But on that note, I think
Man.
we have worn ourselves out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be spitting balls behind the scenes. You guys are
Bro,
gonna see them soon. you know
I'd
what I'm
like
saying?
for you to
The swimming in milk
spit
curry.
a bar as we say goodbye, but not now. Hold on. Let us first do our normal greetings. You know.
So with that being said,
Pull this a little bit closer so you guys can hear me. Hey, so can you hear me?
With that being said,
Hey,
let the
hey,
outro
hold on,
be
hold
let
on,
off.
hold on. Hey, no intro first.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
gonna make
yeah,
this
yeah.
an hour-long outro. Sorry.
I'll stay with you for that one. I'll stay with you.
With that being said, thank you guys so much to all of you that have stayed for this really long episode. We know, look, we were just rapping with Chad. We were flying. We were doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Shout out
And-
to Chaz, though.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
for
Definitely have
coming
him
through.
back. We want to hear more about Maduna Labs. That was awesome. Mino put all of his handles down here. Once again, we are powered. We are backed by. We are supported in the most by Lubex Marketplace. Catch them on all socials. Lubex NFT Marketplace. Then you can catch us, Coins and Chuckles, on all socials. We'll be dropping. Megan got a new strategy for us. We are about to blow up. We're about to become a household name. If we're not, it's Megan's fault. But we're about to.
Yeah.
Find Coins and Chuckles over here.
Coins and chuckles.
Hold on,
Buckle
hold on,
every
hold on.
time.
We're not done. We're not
I'm
done.
still
We're not
busy.
done.
You can find him, the Frenchy Fry. Megan will put his socials over there. You can put Just Chad, because I know you people don't even watch the intro. You skip that. You can find Just Chad, socials over here. Mikhail, Vikhail, socials over here. Basil socials. Megan socials. You're going to follow all of us. The others are going to come find you. And we're going to say, hi, how you doing? Have a good day. Please follow us.
I don't know how he plans on finding them.
Say.
In Australia.
Oh, no.
But yeah, like I said, I know I said a lot. With that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for riding this journey with us. Thank you for being a part of our journey. We love it. We love talking to you guys. We love sharing our opinions. And we hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do. Megan said something very poignant in the week where she was like, I hope everyone at home can see how much we've been progressing with all our episodes, how much we've been getting better per episode, the quality. You know, just everything we're doing has been getting better and better. And that's because of you guys at home. You guys have shown interest, and that allows us to just put more of ourselves, more of that moolah, hey, man, into this.
He says, hey, man, at the end, like a father. Like, hey, man.
But yeah, it's allowed us to put more of ourselves, more of the moolah, just enjoying ourselves. And I hope that you guys are enjoying it at home because we seriously enjoy and love doing this. With that being said, we outie. Kenny hates this line. We're about to be outie like Spouty. We're going to make like a banana and split. So with that being said,
Hold on, Mikhail. I thought you were staying for the outro.
What outro?
The rap session, bro.
We're rapping.
You were rapping.
I'm not.
Kick it, anyway.
Spitz.
You guys shot down two
So
of my
Kenny
hardest
gonna
boys.
give us some entertainment. He's gonna say goodbye in his own way, and we thank you for that.
To be or not to be?
Right.
I is Himothy.
That is the question that which one must ask thee. I love you like a rose, but hate you like a thorn. Meaning I will show you off, but I want to hold you by the horns.
Damn! Papa got bars.
Hold up, bars!
Oh man.
I go harder than your mother at a farm with your father, allegedly. I ain't saying no. I ain't gonna go. No.
We're leaving.
He's leaving. I'm still squeezing this trigger. Heat bleeding. I'm bleaky, Homer, bleaky, and I might go to Eden. Tell Adam to not give that crazy asshole his reason. Oh, I might like Jesus, I have reason. No? Hard as fuck, and I go harder than a nigga at a mall with a gun in his bag and